Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of the FC25 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Episode number 18 today. Hope you're all doing well. Let me just get into the squad, show you exactly what we've got. We might even have some weekend league today to play. Gets me a bit nervous, that does. So this is what we're rocking. You guys know it by now. Whether or not there'll be any actual team changes coming up in this episode, there's potential, because I have to say I was using this DeMarco a little bit in the last episode, and I quite enjoyed him. But he might be a bench player, he might be a starter, but it's difficult to get into the squad without completely changing the team around. So I guess we leave it for now. But if you do enjoy today, do me a favour and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe as well if you're new. Cheers. And all my social links can be found down below. Right, that's my third and final one of these 77 pluses I'm going to do. Just thought I'd open a couple of packs for you to start this episode off. Are we going to get a walkout? That is the question. Go on. No. It is a right back from Italy. Could be anyone. It's from Inter. Oh, we've got a lot of players from Inter, so is it anyone good? It's Darmian, 72 pace, probably not going to make it into my team. And Rosa Marquez. Next up, we have... Ooh, it's Klosterman. I think I've already got him in the club. There's no tunnel, though, is it? I was hoping to get tunnels the whole time here, but unfortunately we get two more duplicates. Back into the storage you go, and the third and final one can be a tunnel. No walkout. Goalkeeper from France. That's Chevalier? Chevalier, if I've ever seen it. No, it's someone different, actually. Who's this? Samba, 82 overall rating. All right. Anyone else that we haven't got? No, we get Orsolini. It's not great. I don't know why I keep doing those SBCs, because I never really get anything from them. So you've got me for the rest of the episode. Green screen last year. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to chill for the rest of the episode here today. We've got RTTK challenge number 3 to do. Also got marquee matchups that I wanted to do. And then I'm going to grind out a few of my rivals games, followed by a little SBC for a player that I just couldn't pass up on. Because of the value of it. So from this RTTK challenge number 3, we end up getting ourselves a German centre-back from Dortmund. That's going to be actually an 85, and actually a pretty usable centre-back there in Schlotterbeck. I've matched up against him a few times, and he's actually like really good this year, so not a bad card to get. I'm fairly happy with that. He will either be fodder for me, or he'll be a player that if I ever need like a Bundesliga squad or something, he would probably go into that starting 11 with maybe Jonathan Tah, who I think I've already got in the club as well. Little duplicate Garnacho in there also. I think he has now got a RTTK, right? So obviously this is before Friday night at 6 p.m. We move on to marquee matchups, which seemed super easy to complete this week. I think I didn't even have to think about it. I just literally had all the players in my club. The one thing I would say that I did do when it comes to marquee matchup that I probably shouldn't do, and it annoys me when I look back on this, is that I think I submit too many gold players. Like in this one, I need a minimum of 3, and I've got like 8 or something stupid. So where possible, I think I should probably try and reduce the number of gold players that I use. But I also do typically try and build the squad with untradeable players, so that if I ever have any tradable stuff left in the club and they go up in value, I can sell them on. And the untradables, they come and go, right? Like I always feel like I'm filling up my SBC duplicate storage. So if you can use untradables in marquee matchups, it's going to give you 5 tradable packs, and you might have just turned some stuff that was just sitting in your club doing nothing into literally liquid coins potentially. So that's if it goes well for you. Now we get ourselves Icardi in the first pack, scanning that one along as well. Don't see any Ipswich Town players. Time for a small prime Electrum. This is also something I noticed about marquee matchups this week. It seemed like we got a few small packs. That's not so happy about. I would always prefer to get more players back from doing an SBC than I did actually submit. So that's something to note, something I'm going to keep an eye on, because you never know, marquee matchups might not become that worth it unless you get like full-sized packs. Mazraoui's going to pop out from the next one, isn't he? He's got like 78 pace, so not many people are going to be using him. Maybe a few people are going to be evoing him. Speaking of evos, the latest one that came out was the one last night, which is a Spanish, well, I don't think it's a particular position, but it's an overall sort of boost in all stat areas to a random Spanish player. I haven't really got many in my club. I was really disappointed to see that Evo come out and know that I'm sort of like, I can't do an Ipswich player. We haven't got anyone Spanish. So that, yeah, that's a little bit annoying. I would have liked to have boosted another one of my town players a little bit, but the fact that an Evo came out does sort of tell me that maybe they've kind of fixed them a little bit. If so, that's good, because, you know, if we can start getting more regular Evos, that'd be brilliant. I want to boost on my players, you know. Moving on to an 82 plus triple upgrade. You never know what you're going to get from one of these. And I know they cost a fair bit compared to what you could get back. You could get 382s, right? But I always think it's kind of worthwhile, especially if you've tried, you know, if over half the squad you're submitting is in SBC storage, then I think it's worth it. It's worth having a little go. Now, unfortunately for me this time around, my pack lock wasn't on it. So I end up getting 382s. I get Brozovic as the main player in the pack. Not only are they 382s, they're 382s that I've literally already got in the club. But you win some, you lose some. You can't, you know, get great pack luck all the time. So we're going to head on into a few games of Rivals. I am in Division 4. I am finding it quite difficult, but we did go on a little bit of a... I was on a bit of a roll, so I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's try and get to that checkpoint in Division 4, because there's only one checkpoint in Div 4, and then I'm going to need to go on a proper hot streak to make my way toward Div 3. If we can do that anytime soon, I'll be pretty happy with myself, to be honest. Now, as you can see here, I ended up getting a 2-0 rage quit. I honestly can't believe Super Sub Pajor missed that opportunity when she was one-on-one there. But either way, my opponent was pausing and quitting anyway, so that takes me to within one game of, one little win away from the checkpoint, and we're at 15 points for the week, so 1/3 of the way through our Rivals games for this week. We need to get moving. Next up, another Haaland. Seem to be facing Haaland quite a lot lately. If it's not the player of the month, someone's gone out and bought the gold one, you know. But Phil Foden ends up getting himself a cheeky goal, and it's with the outside of his left boot. I mean, how often have I done that? A lot. How often am I going to continue to do that? Yes, it's going to be a regular occurrence. I'm finding that Trivella's... I actually had a spell last year, didn't I? For those of you that were watching the RTG last year, at the very start when Trivella's were really good, that was my way of scoring again. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly where we're at right now. I'm guessing that we'll see a patch on those at some point, because they are a little bit too strong. But it does take green time in your shots quite a lot of the time, so at least there's a tiny bit of a skill in there. And we get to that checkpoint. So I was super happy. It gets me up to 18 points. Let's try and let's just try and get another 1 or 2 wins here before we can move on to completing a player SBC and whatnot. 0-0 in the first half here, 36 minutes in, and I finally break the deadlock with that man, Phil Foden. Just loving this card so very much. It wasn't an outside of the boot, though. It was a nice, powerful, regular shot. However, I get equalised on literally on the next attack. Yeah, Joe Gomez Evolution managed to win a header at a corner. And then Foden is in again. This time, it was with the outside of the boot. But we got very lucky to get that ball completely gifted to us. Looks like my opponent's probably going to net a goal here, though. Or is he? Oh, yeah, Tom. Poor defending from me. I got to clear that ball rather than trying to hold on to it there. But Foden knocks one through to Darwin Núñez. Good luck catching him. And I feel so confident in front of goal with that power shot plus that is just going to, like, yeah, it's flying in the back of the net. So I try one of my Trivellas with Neymar. It doesn't quite work. So I actually go on a little bit of a mazy dribble with him and find the back of the net with Super Sub Neymar. So out of nowhere, we were 2-2 in this game. And then a few minutes later, a few FC minutes later as well, boom, bang that one home with Darwin. We are 5-2 up. So, yeah, it went from like 0 to 100 real quick in this one. Neymar is going to get through. He's going to try and take on a couple of players and then get really lucky with it, just sort of rolling in the back of the net there. It was sort of blocked by the defender, but it still had enough. Just had enough legs to get past and over the line. So we get a 6-2 victory there, which puts me onto a hot streak as well, I believe. So yeah, we're actually pushing our way towards Division 3. I thought maybe if I could get one more win, that would be a really good session. We end up getting ourselves a new level. We're up to level 13. I know a lot of you are higher up than me. Some people have already got a Dharma, which is like the end goal of the season. They must have gone and won like the Ballon d'Or in career mode and all sorts of stuff, because there's XP that you can get from playing that stuff, isn't there? Which I've failed to do so far. I'm sort of feeling like I'm a bit behind in the season pass. So maybe that's the question of the day. What level are you in the season pass currently on this Saturday? And leave it down below in the comment section. I am level 13, maybe 14 by the time you're watching this. So yeah, please let me know. I wanna feel like I'm not too far behind. So yeah, if you're like level 20 plus, maybe don't let me know. I don't want to know. But into this next game of Rivals I go, we come up against a pretty mega squad here. This guy's got all sorts of great players, but I do go 1-0 up, and then Darwin's through again. He's going to hit that power shot plus. It's going to make it 2-0. We're going to try and aim to get up to 3-0 here. Darwin's knocked it through to Marlon, who is onside, outside of the boot, green timed, just before half-time. I think I'm going to go ahead and get myself another rage quit. Great stuff. So, yeah, 4 very decent wins in a row in Division 4 made me feel so much more comfortable with the game, knowing that I've got FUT Champions to play. And that will be my first set of FUT Champs games will be in tomorrow's episode. So look out for that one. I've been watching a few people on Twitch as well playing their games. It looks like it could be a fairly toxic area to be in. But this is the player SBC that I was talking about. I wanted to get Ben Godfrey done because if you think about my current situation of my Premier League side and knowing that I've got a good couple of Serie A players in DeMarco, Thuram, this seems like a great player to like bridge the gap. You know, we've got someone playing in Serie A, but who's also English and would link to a lot of the English players that I've got. So I don't know if he's better than Van der Ven. The question is, will this player make it into my team? Or is this just an SBC? Maybe for the future that we could maybe Evo. Obviously, it'll be a live item, so you never know if I missed who he even played for. But if his team does well, we could get a much better version of the card. It was like a 25k SBC, and I had all the fodder at the ready already. So I thought it was one that I'm just going to do it, you know, like Thuram, 20k SBC, I'm going to do it. There's a Team of the Week SBC, I'm going to do it. You got to be in it to win it, haven't you? So that's pretty much where I stand in terms of the Ultimate Team account this year. I got 5 of these 77 pluses. Is that what they are? I think that's what they are. Yeah, the 77 doubles, which have been really hit and miss for me so far. But I've got 5 of them ready just for the end of this episode here, just to round things off. And I'm going to open them up, see if we can get anything from them. And we got 82 in the first pack. I don't think that's going to be any higher than 82. 82 again, Bonanzi. What about the third one? 3 out of 5. We'll go slightly higher this time. Maybe an 83. Oh, I actually think that is an 83. I seem to remember packing this card. I think she is an 83, isn't she? She plays for Fleury. Not heard of that team. Picaud. I'm not sure. And Anthony Robinson from Fulham. Next up, I'll guess higher than 83 again. And it is... Oh, it's going to be higher than 83. This was a walkout last year, if you remember. Girelli from Juventus Women. She's not quite a walkout this year. She's an 85, not an 86. But it's still a pretty nice one to get. A lovely piece of fodder. I don't know how many good, like, Italian League women there are that you could link and maybe even give her a game. I'm guessing we'll probably get lower rated in this pack as well. Yeah, it's not a walkout, so it's not Luka Modric. Looking like Kovacic from Man City to me, which in the grand scheme of things, not that bad, is it really? I had loads of spare fodder in SBC storage, so I thought, hey, why not put them into these 77 doubles, which I believe have now expired unless they've been re-released. But anyway, my friends, this is looking like the team that I will venture on into the weekend league with in tomorrow's episode. I'm looking forward to sharing my first few games of that with you. If you have enjoyed today, please do me a tiny little favour. Hit that thumbs up button. As you're watching this, I will be at the London Stadium. I'm going to watch West Ham versus Ipswich this Saturday. So fingers crossed Ipswich can maybe get their first win. That would be brilliant. Yeah, leave your comments down below. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on socials, all of that stuff. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it easy, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.